Good afternoon and welcome to the BUCS National Boxing Championships 2018. We are here at the Sir Stanley Matthews Sports Centre in Staffordshire University for the second year running, and we're really honoured at that fact. Now we are going to be providing you with 3 days full of live coverage from 1 until 8 in the evening.
Yep, and if you want to follow all the action through the radio, you can head over to omgstaffs.com. And should you wish to follow the action via TV through YouTube streams, you can head over to Staffs, that's staffstv.co.uk, and you can follow all the actions. Also, there'll be 2 rings hosting different bouts. So if the bout you want to watch isn't on ring 1, both of those streams will be available on staffstv.co.uk. So feel free to head over there and pick your stream.
However, if you are on the go and you want to keep up with the amazing boxing that's happening today, then you can head over to the App Store or Google Play and search for the OMG Radio app, where you can download and listen live. Now, what did you think about yesterday?
Yesterday was fantastic. I was quite surprised because sometimes you think university students, you think the caliber of boxing might not be at that high professional standard, but yeah. I totally regret having that opinion in the first place, because we saw straight from the get-go an absolutely fantastic level of boxing. Wouldn't you agree? Oh yes, definitely. I mean, I was here for the announcer, so I was announcing all the bouts yesterday, and to be fair, there was a really good high quality, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the boxers can bring today. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw a high caliber of bouts yesterday. Some of the boxes that took place, I mean, you know, you look at Levicki, the last fight yesterday, yeah, that was fantastic. Fantastic boxing, great head movement, great footwork, power punches both with the left and the right. Exactly. And he'll be I think taking part in the last bout of the day against one of Nottingham Trent's boxers, so that should be fantastic. We've got some excellent boxers to look forward to. Also, Ivan Duniak yesterday, who I think he's only 18 years old, yeah, and he was looking at his rival, sort of, you know, intimidating him straight from the get-go. Ended up pulling off the win, and did a bit of research. It looks like he won a youth national championship last year. So we've got some exciting people to look forward to, and I think that these are athletes that can then go on to pursue this as a career, I think. So yeah, should be a fantastic day. We'll definitely look out for those names today. What was your highlight yesterday? What would you say was your favourite game yesterday, favourite bout yesterday? I would probably have to go with the final bout of the day, Lewicki, yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's the final bout of the day, yeah, featuring him as well today. But we saw some other fantastic boxers. Nottingham Trent's, I think his Adoyiza, fantastic boxing as well. So I think there's a series of people that we can look forward to seeing today, and some new faces as well to look forward to getting to know a bit more. Perfect. Now we'd like to get to know your thoughts, so you can tweet us or go on Facebook at Staffs TV or at OMG Radio. Now, after talking about yesterday, you can have a look at the highlights for yourself.
Yesterday we saw some amazing bouts as we head towards our final day, where the boxing will be at its highest level. We're now going to take a look back at the highlights reel for day 2.
Some wild swings there by Ryan Rodriguez.
You're my heartbeat, my silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb. I wanna feel the love that James Brown did when he got standing ovations on his gig. I wanna feel free like a bird in the sky when he opened his wings to fly on back to the beat of my silent drum.
And the Billy moving very well. We've got it backing up against the rope.
Feinting and then connecting with the left.
I wanna feel free like a bird in the sky when he opened his wings.
There is blood on Arbuzov's shoulder.
There is a cut there.
Belongs to UTC.
And the towel has been thrown in. Joshua Deacon of Nottingham Trent by TKO.
You're my heartbeat, my silent drum that's kicking me till
We head into the penultimate fight on both rings. Oh, and a show of confidence there from Ivan Dunyak in the red.
like a bird in the sky. When he opened his wings to fly on by to the beat of my silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb. Oh.
Thank you all for joining us either on OMG Radio or on Staff TV.
We are back, and yesterday our presenters Ben Marvel and Louis de Montfort managed to get some interviews from the first day's action. So next up, here you have some day one ringside interviews.
Hello and welcome to the Sir Stanley Matthews Sports Centre here at Staffordshire University. My name is Louis de Montfort and this is Ben Marvel, and here we are today at the BUCS National Boxing Championships. It's been a pretty good one, hasn't it?
It has. It's been a very interesting first day here. We've had lots of fantastic bouts, a lot of kind of quick fighting from lots of good boxers, and we're hoping that they're going to go on and go into the weekend.
All right, so I'm joined here by Vlad from Sheffield University, who's just won his bout. How do you feel after that?
I'm very happy. It was my very first bout, my very first elite bout without a headguard, and I think I've done pretty well. I'm happy with my performance.
Your first ever bout?
No, my first ever bout with no headguard. My first elite bout.
Yeah. How do you feel after that?
18. I'm very happy. Yeah, I'm very happy. I think it's been a great performance, but I still have 2 more days to do the same to win the gold.
Do you feel you were pushed to your limits there, or is there a lot left in the tank?
There's a lot left in the tank.
Plenty in the tank, isn't there?
What? Yeah.
Good stuff. Are you looking forward to the weekend ahead?
Yeah, sure. I just want to fight and win, keep on winning.
Well, best of luck, Vlad.
Thank you very much.
I'm now here with Ellis. Ellis has just won his first bout. What do you think of the game?
Yeah, it's been a brilliant day. I've been waiting around all day, so it's been a long day waiting around, but stayed focused, got in there, got the job done, and won on a unanimous decision. So really pleased with myself and happy with how it's gone.
How much are you looking forward to the weekend, where there are kind of more bouts coming up?
Yeah, man, I can't wait. It's all I do, boxing and studying, literally. That's it, that's my life. No alcohol, no bad food. Can't remember I couldn't even tell you what year I had my last alcoholic drink. I dedicate my life to this. And obviously I know it's silly and I haven't won a world title, but I want to thank my mum, dad and my sister. My mum's my personal chef, my dad takes me everywhere, my sister puts up with me, and my missus, without them for supporting me and spurring me on, I wouldn't have been able to come here and perform as well, so I want to say a big thank you to them.
Hello, welcome back. I'm joined by Fidel and Gerard from Nottingham Trent University. How's it going for you guys?
It's been a very good day. We've had 3 wins out of 3, so can't complain.
Yeah, Fidel, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, gritty displays, two knockouts and 1 point win. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, you must be very happy with that, to get 3 wins out of 3. Very dominant performance on the whole, I would say. Is there what are your expectations for your fighters this weekend?
I think we expect them to win. You know, we won't be here otherwise. You know what I mean? We put the work in, and now we're reaping the rewards. So yeah. Watch out, Nottingham Trent Uni.
That's it. Exactly. We're here to win and dominate.
Brilliant. No, what's been your experience of the BUCS tournament so far?
It's been very good. We was here last year. We got a couple of it in the finals, but we didn't win. Well, the experience has helped, and this year we're coming to clean up.
Yep, and the fighters are better prepared because of the experience for it. Absolutely, it's been very good. Good facilities, very enjoyable.
And how long have you been involved in coaching?
I've been coaching for about 10 years. As soon as I was a professional boxer, I tried. I've been coaching, and he's been coaching. This is my coach as a professional, so he's been coaching a lot longer than me.
Yes. I don't want to say how long because it makes me sound old. So yeah, a long time. So we've got a lot of experience, and we try to impart a lot of that knowledge onto the fighters. But yeah, it's going well.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for joining me today. Good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you very much.
We are back. We are here at the BUCS Boxing Championships. BUCS, which is British Universities, Colleges and Sport.
It is the second time in 2 years that Staffordshire University have hosted this competition, and here is Amy from BUCS to tell us why.
So Staffordshire put in a great bid. Last year obviously we came here and had the best boxing championships we've ever had. We wanted to return to build on what the success was last year. They're a great venue. They really wanted to host us. They've worked with us, for the past 12 months to deliver what will be a fantastic championship. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to. There's been a lot more women entered this year, so I'm hoping to see a lot, more women in the ring. But especially the bigger guys, the guys in the 91 kilograms plus, the more experienced guys, actually having some, really quality boxing here. Hopefully, all the quality from last year has been built upon. People have seen it last year, wanted to enter this year, have trained really hard for 12 months. So I'm really hoping there'll be some top quality boxing in here. Yeah, hopefully it'll just give them the experience. We try to make it as professional as possible. We work with England Boxing to make sure this event is top quality. So when they go on to the next stage, whether that's Commonwealth Games, compete for their country, even the Olympics, hopefully they'll remember their time back at BUCS and how they learnt to be in this sort of professional environment. Absolutely, absolutely. With our involvement with England Boxing, it is a registered event, so they can come and watch, all the top class student boxers really, and yeah, absolutely be scouted onto the next level.
Dan Stanton works for the Sir Stanley Matthews Sports Centre, and he has organised the competition from the Sports Centre's point of view.
And here is what Dan Stanton had to say.
This year we've beaten off some brilliant competition in the likes of Loughborough, Nottingham, Trent, a few of the sort of larger universities, which is great. But clearly it's a sure sign that we take it seriously. It's a fantastic event for us to put on, puts us on the map in terms of sport, and just it means that we can open the doors for other events to come to Staffordshire University. Truthfully, I think it was the experience that we offered our students in total. Right from sports therapy, through the volunteers that came from different sports courses, and also events management courses last year, right through to Staffs TV and OMG, who put on a fantastic streaming service last year. It just looked so professional. Everybody was interacting, communicating with each other, and I think that the fact that it just ran so smoothly just meant that BUCS knew that they got someone that they could rely on for an event, really. At the moment we don't have an official boxing club here at Staffordshire University. Hopefully that'll spark some interest in getting one started, generating some interest in that. We've got volunteers that have come from all courses, all backgrounds, wanting to help out, wanting to have a piece of the action. The student experience that we can offer, with regards to work placement opportunities, especially for the likes of Staffs TV, OMG, it's a fantastic opportunity all round, and everybody can get involved, everybody can shout about it, and enhance the CVs essentially as well. Yeah, absolutely. Putting an event like this on at Staffs, it's bringing boxing into Stoke-on-Trent, which is already big. But on a scale, this is probably the largest boxing event that we will hold in Stoke-on-Trent. So it's clear to see that we can hold this kind of event, and the people of Stoke-on-Trent can be proud of the fact that if boxing was to be taken even more seriously in the city, we've got a venue and a facility that can hold it. And again, that puts Staffordshire University right on the map, right in the forefront of sports, and developing the local community and bringing it all together. Yeah, they'll be very nervous. They'll be panicking a little bit about their weigh-ins, making sure that they're on point for their weights. Once they've had their weights, they'll be waiting around quite a while for the fights. So it's just a case of just calming the nerves, making sure that they're warming up right, using their coach's experience to guide them through the day. Yeah, I think there's going to be some good quality bouts on today, right through the weekend. There's a lot of boxers here. Having seen the entries, there's a lot of boxers that are 21 fights or more, so there's a lot of experience coming this year. I've no doubt that if they perform well here, it will put them on the map in terms of GB development squads. You know, and there's some amazing opportunities on offer. World University Games, you know, it's an automatic chance to get into the squad for the World Uni Games as well. So.
That's it from us from the pre-show. We'll be back during the day for the mid-show. We hope to see you there.
And here are Tom Saunders and Jake Bayliss with the live commentary.
Boxing Championships. Today we're going to be covering the semi-finals of the men's and women's. I'm currently with my better half and co-commentator Jake Bayliss. So are you excited about today, Jake?
I am, and thank you for that glowing introduction, Tom. Yeah, we're expecting some exciting fights.
So our first fight on ring one, we've got Emmeline Pouget from Birmingham City University. And as you heard there, Mina Baines from Coventry University, our first fight of the day. Really looking forward to this. We're going to be here until 8 PM this evening, so please stay tuned.
The referee just talking to both fighters in the middle of the ring.
Both fighters now going to each of their respective corners.
Referee just taking a final look.
And there's the klaxon. Our first fight is underway.
Some early exchanges there.
Mina Baines holding her stance there, just being very cautious here, trying to make sure that she doesn't overload on the hooks, sticking to the jab. Oh, she's gone for a combination there.
Pouget now coming forward.
Mina Baines holding her ground, waiting for Pouget to come in so she can jump under her guard.
Oh. Almost lands. Lands a left there.
Baines has got to be careful here. Both waiting for each other to pounce. It's definitely a game of boxing chess here.
It's cagey in these open exchanges, but when they get going, they unleash some shots.
Nice right hook to the head from Baines there. Oh, the guard's exposed. Pouget got a shot in there.
Again, feeling each other out in the middle.
Good shot from Pouget there. Good shot from Baines, straight to the chin of Pouget. But it's been a cagey first round, Jake.
It has. You know, first round, they're just trying to feel each other out, get a sense of each other's movement. But as you say, when they get going and they sense an opportunity, they both just open up with a flurry of punches.
This is the semi-finals. A final place up for grabs here. You can tell both are feeling the nerves at the moment. Who's going to crack first?
Oh. Baines looking to end the round with landing some shots.
Good shot from Pouget as
and
the
that's the end of the first
ends.
round.
I'd say Pouget got the best shot of the round right on the klaxon there, Jake. It was
yes.
Gradually got better as the round went on, I think.
Yes. It looked like Baines was going to start the round. Well, she started the round really strong. It looked like she was going to dominate, but Pouget just held in, found a distance, and came away with some shots of her own in the end.
I think I watched a couple of the prelim fights yesterday, and the frantic pace was clear to see. But this was a lot more cagey. As I said before, semi-finals, you can tell that the final is within touching distance. And they don't want to make any mistakes.
A lot more on the line, obviously. But no, some promising signs from both fighters. And what I would say is Pouget coming forward. She comes forward, but she comes forward with her pace down. And if Baines can just land a couple of uppercuts, that could be where the fight is won for Coventry's Mina Baines.
Yeah, definitely. If you can hear that huge noise, it's Northumbria have brought a huge amount of people on Ring 2. So if you want coverage of Ring 2, that you can watch it on our second stream on Staffs TV.
The round 2 is just getting underway here. Again, cagey start to the round.
Nice combination there from Baines.
Yeah, and again.
Succession of punches. She might see an opening here.
Definitely get some early success with those combinations.
Definitely. Managed to get through Puget's guard again there, a good straight right. But both guards holding strong at the moment. Not many punches getting through. That was a good left hook though there from Baines.
And this is what Puget needs to do if she wants to win the fight. She needs to come on the front foot a bit more. I think it's Baines setting the pace. If she can just start to set the pace a bit more, that's where the points will be won.
Yeah, I think Baines is controlling the pace of this fight. You're right, Jake.
Ooh.
Oh, good shot to the head of Puget there.
Yeah, Puget came in with a straight left, caught Baines as she was coming in, but then Baines follows in with a combination. Puget coming forward again.
Problem is, not many of Puget's strikes getting through the guard of Baines at the moment, and Baines is punching straight through Puget's. She's definitely got the power advantage.
That speaks to Baines' movement as well. You know, she's setting the distance really well.
Definitely.
There's a kind of fluidity in her movement when she goes to set the distance. And catches her again with a shot.
Oh, Puget got a couple of punches in at the end, but I'd say Baines has probably taken both rounds, Jake. I don't know about you.
I think if Puget wants to win, she's going to have to go for a stoppage. I'm not sure if the round continues into the third, whether Puget will be able to take the same kind of shots again.
No, I think, as I've said before, Baines had the power advantage. I think Puget needs to go on the offensive, try and get Baines in the ropes and corner her, and then she'll be able to get a few more shots through Baines' guard. But at the moment, Baines' guard's just too strong.
Yeah.
It's a great atmosphere though, isn't it, Jake?
It is a great atmosphere.
Especially with Northumbria's crowd coming to support their boxers.
Definitely.
Definitely one for the atmosphere award for the universities.
Giving it a right sense of occasion.
They really have.
Puget just getting some words of encouragement from a corner.
What do you think the coach is saying to Puget at the moment, then, Jake?
Exactly what we've been saying. I think they know she needs to go for this win. They're probably telling her to protect herself a bit more, and just to protect herself when she's coming forward, because like I say, she exposes herself when she's coming forward with those punches.
So we're into the third and last round of the first bout of today.
Puget's come out with an electric pace at the start of the round.
It's clear what the instruction was. All guns blazing from Puget, although Baines is coming straight
back with some hooks, but they're
lefts and rights.
Briefly on the ropes there.
Both know the fight is still up for grabs, or the bout is still up for grabs here.
Well, with Puget looking to come out on the front foot.
Oh, that's
Baines
a great left hook there by Puget.
Yeah, Baines could catch her with a straight hook and end the fight either way.
Oh, it's another shot.
It's an exciting third round, our final round in this fight.
After the initial flurry, both psyching each other out again. Fatigue may be setting in now. Good combination there from Baines.
Baines again with that smooth movement we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, definitely has the advantage in terms of movement. Good counter punch there though from Puget. And again, trying to react to Baines' punches by hitting over the left.
Yeah, as you see, I think Baines has got the longer reach, so keeping the distance, Puget's having to come forward into Baines' shots to get any kind of momentum into this fight.
Oh, good shot from Baines though. Rocked Puget momentarily.
Again, Baines doesn't have to do a whole lot here if she doesn't want to. She's up.
She can hold her ground.
On my scorecard, she's up 2 rounds to nothing.
Definitely. Oh, Baines again getting through Puget's guard. She needs to keep her hands up.
Last few seconds here. Baines looking to end strongly.
Oh.
And that's it.
That was a good exchange to end the round there, but yeah, what do you think of that, Jake?
An exciting first bout we saw here. I was impressed with Baines' movement and as well as the combinations, a flurry of punches from both fighters. I think Puget just needed to find a better way through that guard of Baines.
I think Puget, despite probably losing the fight, displayed anything but a glass chin though. Managed to managed to take a lot of those punches from Baines. So both fighters shake the referee's hand, and we will see who has won this first bout of the day. Both boxers gave it the raw. A place in the final up for grabs. Will it be Puget of Birmingham City University, or will it be Baines of Coventry University? And it is Mina Baines of Coventry University. We said her movement was superior, she had more power, and it's paid dividends, Jake.
But as you said as well, credit goes to Puget. Another fighter maybe would have been stopped by some of the shots that Baines was landing, but in the end, Baines' superior movement and just overall control told in the end.
It did. We're going to move briefly on to Ring 2 now. And we've got Kane Singh of Teesside University against Callum McCarthy of Warwick University. Callum McCarthy in the blue gloves, Kane Singh in the red. It's a good uppercut there from Singh. Immediately see what he's got in his repertoire.
Yeah, he's definitely setting the pace on this one, got McCarthy on the ropes.
Yep, clear height advantage for McCarthy, but not necessarily an advantage. It looks like Singh's got no problem at reaching up for those punches.
Yeah. Well, Singh seems to be, he's aiming upwards, but he has no problem going to the body.
No, the body shots are very easy for him to do, yeah.
Again, Singh still controlling this pace.
I think the lower centre of gravity is kind of an advantage for Singh, because he's managed to get those body shots in, and McCarthy's struggling to get down to his level.
Well, McCarthy's constantly on the back foot, and he can't keep his balance because of that. All the momentum is heading Singh's way as he gets him on the ropes.
McCarthy with a couple of shots there, trying to build any momentum, but Singh seems to be soaking up the punches with ease. Brief clinch there.
McCarthy needs to use this break to set the distance, but straight away Singh's in closing that.
Yeah, briefly got penalised for a punch to the back of the head there, but the boxing resumes. That's the end of the round.
Singh looked impressive, didn't he?
I mean, we weren't on Ring 2 for long, but you could quickly see how quickly he was producing those punches, and McCarthy was struggling to hold his guard up there.
I think if I'm in McCarthy's corner, you're telling him to stand on the front foot, use that distance that he's quite clearly got with Singh, just to set a distance between him and himself, get a few jabs and lead to hooks. But again, Singh just doesn't care for that. He's closing the distance straight away, and it doesn't seem like he minds taking a few shots to get there either.
I think you're right. I think McCarthy needs to use his reach and stay on the jab and try and keep a distance, because with Singh being the smaller fighter, or the smaller boxer I should say, he's gonna be the inside fighter and try and box within McCarthy and definitely use those body shots, and it was working.
If you listen to us on radio, you can see this fight on Staff's TV. There's two streams, one of Ring 1 and Ring 2. We are currently on Ring 2.
Yes, we are, and also at OMG Staffs on Twitter if you want to get hold of us.
Just heading back over to Ring 1 now.
Let us know anything about any boxers that take your eye, or anything you want to comment. OMG Staffs on Twitter.
Fight coming up on Ring 1. We've got Shakar Rai from Nottingham University against Hassan Ahmed of Northumbria. Ray in the red corner and Ahmed in the blue corner.
Got a feeling Ahmed's going to be the favourite amongst the crowd in this match.
Yeah.
In this bout, being from Northumbria.
Yes. Northumbria have brought a huge amount of numbers and are quite vocal here in the arena.
Yeah. Let's wait for this response for Hassan Ahmed.
As you can quite clearly hear from that response from the announcer. Referee just talking to both fighters.
Just hoping for a nice clean fight.
Both touch gloves.
Let's hope we get that all today. The second bout on ring 1 is underway. Oh, the speed of the punch is unbelievable for Shaka Rai.
Rai leading with some uppercuts to begin with, but referee, there's
Both
a brief
boxers
stoppage.
shot out the gate. Rai with a clinch there, but clearly Ahmed didn't want to be a part of that clinch. I think it's clear already, both are aware of each other's speed. Neither want to pounce in case the other one manages to get under the guard, Jake.
After that frenetic pace in the opening 20 seconds or so, we are seeing both boxers being wary of each other's skills. But it should make for a more technical fight. Both are clearly quite skilled.
Yeah, definitely.
Referee again with a brief stoppage.
Ooh, good
Ahmed
shot
lands with a
from
right there.
Ahmed there. Shaka Rai looking for a body shot but got pounced on. Back to a little bit of boxing chess again here. No one wants to move. They know each other's speed. There's a lot of respect here, although
Ahmed coming in with some shots. Crowd advantage starting to tell, perhaps.
Referee with another brief stoppage. Round resumes. Good shot to the chin of Ahmed there from Rai. And that brings round 1 to an end, Jake. Now that was quick to say the least.
No, it was interesting. Rai came out and led with some uppercuts and a flurry of punches, put Ahmed straight on the ropes. But after that initial exchange, where Ahmed himself got some shots on Rai, there was kind of a mutual respect from both boxers throughout the round. But both look highly explosive, and it should be an interesting remainder of the fight.
I think it's one of those bouts where you wouldn't be surprised if there was a TKO, because I think if especially Rai, I think maybe had the slight advantage in terms of speed. He could easily get 5 or 6 shots in without a response.
Yeah, especially in the later stages of that round. Ahmed was coming on the front foot. Rai didn't perhaps really mind being on the back foot and would explode, just almost jump into a shot.
Yep.
And if one of those catches Ahmed flush on the chin, we could, like you say, see a stoppage finish as we get back underway for round 2. Not quite the fast pace we were used to in round 1, but Ahmed coming out with some exchanges. Oh! Ahmed proved me wrong there with a flurry of punches early on in the second round. It's a really engaging
for
fight.
Ahmed to punch and trying to duck it.
Even the standoffs between these two are really engaging, aren't they?
Definitely, definitely. I think the referee might be penalising Rai there for leaning in.
Ahmed landing some shots there. Coming in with some lefts.
Oh, good 1-2 there from Rai.
Ahmed again leading with the combination, leading with that left again.
They clinch once again.
Ahmed getting some success in this round. Whatever Rai's cornerman said to him between rounds has clearly had an effect.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's interesting to see the contrast of an orthodox and a southpaw fighter. Rai leading with his left hand, Ahmed leading with his right.
But each leaving gaps for each other to expose. referee speaking to Ray once more. As you probably heard, Singh just won on ring 2 as we carry on with the second round into between Rai and Ahmed.
Oh, that's a good shot from Rai, right on the bell, and Ahmed immediately putting his guard up there. I think he was actually saved by the bell there. He looked in a bit of a sorry state.
Caught him flush on the chin, which
really
we've been waiting
did.
for. We said in the first round that that was a possibility with that explosive power that Rai quite clearly has. But Ahmed, what a round.
Yeah, I'm struggling to pick a winner at this stage, Jake. I don't know about you.
I'd have it even currently on the scorecards, but Rai having had such a positive start, Ahmed clearly having instructions from his cornerman who have seen something in Rai's game to expose, came out and set the pace in the second round, and if he can do so in the third, it's all to play for in this final round.
I think literally whoever wins the final round will win this bout.
And there is always the potential between these two boxers for a stoppage finish.
Definitely. Place in the final in the under 56 kg weight bracket.
Just to
a
remind,
lot up for grabs here.
Just to remind you, this is Nottingham's Rai against Northumbria's Ahmed as we head into the third and final round.
Ahmed now on the offense, trying to corner Rai. Rai comes straight back into the middle. Almost there.
Some heavy shots being exchanged here.
Succession of uppercuts from Rai.
Rai with some uppercuts, but the referee tells him he was holding on.
Good straight right there from Ahmed. A body shot from Rai to retaliate.
Rai seems to be going for these body shots, but it's leaving him exposed in terms of his head. And Ahmed coming forward.
Oh, it was a wild one there from Rai. Starting to tire, I believe.
Both boxers are tellingly putting everything they have into these shots.
He definitely tends to hold on to Ahmed's head when he's trying to punch him. I can see why the ref's bringing him. Oh, that's a good shot from Ahmed there. Forces a clinch from Rai.
Rai trying to negate that size difference, but obviously illegally in the referee's view.
Yes, he's got to be careful. Holding on again, he's got to be careful, Rai.
But Ahmed still coming forward. Doesn't show any effects of those shots from Rai.
Rai is definitely the more tired of the two, forcing the clinch on multiple occasions. Yeah, he's struggling now. His punches have no substance.
Rai clearly tiring towards
Still
the latter,
got the quickness to duck though, Jake.
Oh, definitely. That lends itself more to the height advantage, clearly.
Yeah, it does.
Briefly, he has Ahmed on the ropes. Last few seconds here.
The punches are definitely losing power from both boxers now. It's been a fantastic bout.
And that's it.
The klaxon for the final round. Wow.
Thoroughly entertaining.
If I was going to give my opinion, I would have to go for Ahmed scraping that one, Jake.
I'd imagine so. Be interesting to see how the judges score it with Rai holding on to Ahmed's head as well. But definitely both boxers landed some shots in that final round.
Yes, it's going to be very interesting. We should get our result very, very soon. But as you say, I'd wonder if the referee did actually deduct a point in the end from Rai, because multiple times he was holding on, showed signs of desperation, especially in the final round.
Both fighters shake hands as we wait for the announcement.
Here we go. And it is Hassan Ahmed of Northumbria.
As you can tell by that crowd reaction, clearly the firm favourite amongst the crowd.
He certainly is. I think it was a very good fight, but narrowly deserved that.
Well, judging on that first round, I thought it was Rai to lose. Came out with that explosive power we spoke about all throughout the fight. Maybe tired towards the end in the third.
Yes, I think he did, definitely.
As we move over to ring 2. As you heard there, this is a fight between Imperial Imperial's Eileen Cooney and Birmingham's Mari Kerin.
Yes, this is on ring 2.
Referee just making sure everything's in order.
Third bout
as we get
on
underway.
Ring 2. Mary Kerin in the blue gloves and Eileen Cooney in the red. Well, immediately the straight left looks like a fierce weapon for Kerin.
Cooney landing some phenomenal shots.
We're going to move back to ring 1, but ring 2, there's certainly a lot of punches going there, neither woman holding back.
Coming up on ring 1, we have Hertfordshire's Louise Donahue against Hallam's Dane Antcliffe.
This is in the under 57 kg category.
Both fighters with less than 5 bout experience, but that doesn't mean it won't be entertaining.
Of course, I mean, inexperience can prove to produce the better fights, if I'm honest.
Well, as we saw in our first fight of the day between Pouget and Baines, they both had under 5 bouts, but the talent on display throughout the day has been, up to this point, has been incredible.
I think once you get to the semi-final stage, you know, you're not going to get any boxers that are just here for the ride. They're here seriously to make that final, and who knows, Team GB could be calling them in a couple of years. We could be seeing the future of boxing in the women's or the men's division.
Yes, and we should repeat, this is the BUCS National Boxing Championship.
Certainly is.
National title on the line for all of these fighters heading to semi-final day.
Referee just checking the head guard for both fighters, both boxers, as we await this bout. Say Louise Donahue, slightly louder reception there. Not that that means anything when it comes to the bout. It's quite clear that no one's going to beat the reaction of the Northumbria boxers today. As we await the klaxon for the first round of our third bout on ring 1. And there we go. Donahue immediately closes the space on Antcliffe. Definitely on the offensive. Oh, but gets caught.
Antcliffe
got to be
landing
careful.
some shots as Donahue comes to close that space.
Nice shot to the body there as well from Antcliffe. Antcliffe seems the more cautious fighter, waiting for a chance. Oh, nice combination of body shots there from Antcliffe.
Yeah. Maybe the more cautious, but when she closes that distance, landing a flurry of punches on Donahue.
Oh, what a shot from Antcliffe there. Whiplash of the neck of Donahue was plain to see.
And again, touches her up with the right hand.
Oh, and another. Definitely picking her shots well. Couple to the body as well.
Antcliffe as well has demonstrated the ability to, when Donahue closes the distance, just catching her with that straight arm punch.
Tactics perfect so far from Antcliffe.
She lands another left.
Not many of Donahue's punches getting through the guard at the moment. Oh, another good punch from Antcliffe. Oh, Donahue not giving up though, great determination.
Antcliffe goes to the body in a clinch on the ropes. The problem for Antcliffe is, no, the problem for Donahue even, is that even when she tries to close that distance and find some holes, Antcliffe's holding up her guard very well, protecting her face at all times.
There we go, the end of the first round of that one. I'd say that was a landslide for Antcliffe.
Yes, very impressive, very impressive. quite clearly, though the same level of experience, there is a notable difference between these two boxers.
I just think the excitement got the best of Donahue a little bit at the start. She immediately came forward and ate 2 shots early on. Yeah. Maybe didn't recover from that, and from there was playing catch up throughout the entire round. She's got a bit of time to regroup now. What do you think coach will be saying in the corner?
Well, I think you're right. I think the intensity on Donahue's face was quite visible from the start, and having that crowd reaction, the adrenaline was pumping through her. Maybe at the start of the round, came in and didn't really appreciate Antcliffe's power and the skills she possesses, and by the end of that first round, she was, you know, on the back foot and cautious in landing a few shots. If I was a corner man, I'd just be saying, you know, fight your own fight, don't let your emotions take over.
Definitely. No, I think that's good advice. And we're straight into round 2 then. Antcliffe leading with that left jab, straight to the right hook, and some body shots as well. Great combination straight away from the woman in the blue gloves. Donahue going to get a couple of shots in there.
Donahue getting some success.
But for each one she throws, she gets one straight back at her. That's the problem, Jake.
Yeah, she can't seem to get any momentum. Just as you thought she was going to get some leeway there, Antcliffe negates that straight away. Again, Antcliffe, knowing she has the first one in the bag, maybe a bit cautious in the second, a bit more cautious than we saw in the first.
Very clever fighter, just holding her ground now. She knows she's in charge, but when she needs to, focusing on that left jab, and the body shots as well are vicious.
Body shots, as she lands another right hook on the ropes.
Problem for Donahue is she's playing Antcliffe at her own game, waiting. Needs to come forward, but at the same time, when you come forward, you're open for shots.
The referee just doing a count on Donahue now. An 8 count from the referee there.
That proves the emphasis on the power of Antcliffe's shots there, getting a standing count. Oh, what a shot.
What a shot.
Straight right, another standing count
from the referee. Donahue insisting she's okay to carry on.
Count again. Can she carry on? Oh, a good reply, but
again
Antcliffe.
The body shots from Antcliffe.
Oh,
no, the referee's called it off.
There, that last shot I could hear from up here, that right hook.
Antcliffe wins this halfway through the second round after 2 standing counts prior to that.
Yeah, ends with a TKO. Very impressive from Antcliffe. I've got to say, from what we've seen today, from the 2 women's bouts, she's the favourite.
Yes, definitely. Antcliffe coming in not just with power, but with precision, with accuracy, and ability to set the distance almost at will.
I think the most impressive stat, if we had the statistics for that fight, would be the amount of punches she threw and the amount she hit. I think the percentage would be higher. She didn't make any mistakes, and as you say, picked her punches perfectly.
Yeah.
Confirmation, Sheffield Hallam's Dane Antcliffe is through to the final. Credit where credit's due though, Jake, to Louise Donahue.
I mean,
managed to withstand a lot of punishment there, probably a lot more than I could.
Well, as we saw with in our first fight of the day between Pouget and Baines as well, you cannot fault the heart of the losing opponents. But in the end, superior skills from Antcliffe.
Definitely.
But Donahue deserves a huge round of applause for her efforts. And I'm sure she'll get some support from the army in the north.
Yes, I'm sure she will.
Yeah, the contingent that we can see from Northumbria University as we prepare for our...
And as we can see on the screen, the confirmation of Ring B's bout that just transpired. Eileen Cooney winning that bout. managed to catch very early stages of that one. Punches being thrown from every direction. Eileen Cooney came out on top. Moving back swiftly on to ring one. And our next bout, Jake, we have Jessica Jellicoe of Hertfordshire University against Sherry Walker of Leeds Beckett, the under 60 kg, both with 5 or less fights. So again, inexperience the key factor, but as we've seen, doesn't really mean much when it comes to entertaining fights.
Doesn't really mean much. I mean, these are superb athletes that are on the beginnings of their journey into this sport. As we have seen from Baines and Antcliffe so far today, that does not make for a lack of quality in these bouts.
I think the main thing I'm going to be looking at, especially from these two boxers, is trying to compare them to Antcliffe in terms of tactics. Who's going to hold back, who's going to charge forward, or if they're both going to try and mirror each other's movement. So I think it's a lot to do with tactics, or whether who gets the upper hand early on in the bouts.
Yeah, I mean, we should say the other two female bouts we've seen today have been in different weight categories, so these fighters will not match up. But Antcliffe certainly has set the bar in terms of performance today for
Yes.
the female boxers.
You're all right. Don't want to confuse the viewers at home, or if you're listening on the app on the go, make sure you do download the OMG app on Google Play or the App Store, and you can catch us with our wonderful commentary. Well, slightly biased opinion, but there we go. And there's confirmation of the two boxers in ring one at the moment. Round one about to start for about 4 of the day's action.
Jellicoe in the red, Walker in the blue.
And the klaxon's off and round one is underway.
An electric pace at the start of this round. I can't tell who's getting the better of these exchanges.
It's very close early on, both boxers trying to gain an advantage. Don't want to come out the gates too quickly though. Fatigue could set in later on.
Jellicoe landing some body shots there as the referee calls a stoppage, a brief stoppage this round. And we're back underway.
So Jellicoe's now got an advantage. Sherry Walker is backing off into the ropes, never a good position to be in.
Walker attempted to unleash a right hook on Jellicoe to navigate herself out of trouble.
Jellicoe's punches not necessarily with much power, but more precision than Walker at the moment. Saying that, commentators curse, huge right hook from Walker.
A left again from Walker. As you say, Jellicoe's punch is not exactly the heaviest necessarily, but certainly getting the better in these early exchanges in terms of on the scorecards.
Definitely. Don't forget, we've got this bout on ring one, but if you do want to catch any bouts on ring two, don't forget about our second stream. Click on the link in the description and you'll be able to catch that action as well. Straight back to ring one.
Jellicoe leading with a left jab as Walker comes over with an overhand right, and that's the end of the first round.
I thought that was a very good round of boxing, Jake. I mean, I think initially Jellicoe had the advantage, but I don't think those punches are going to do necessarily much damage. They will win her points, but I think if Walker can get some more power in her punches, she might actually be able to take this.
Yes, I mean, Walker definitely has a dangerous ability in terms of Jellicoe's perspective. You know, she does have that power to end the fight. That's quite clear. Jellicoe's route to win this fight is to see that and manage that effectively. She's quite clearly, if she's going to win this fight, it's going to be by decision, because she's leading with that jab and it's not carrying a whole lot of weight. but still landing and finding a home on Walker. But again, interesting start to the round. And it started at such a pace, it was very hard to tell who was getting better and who's getting the better of that opening 30 seconds.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Jake. Round 2 is underway. Will we be able to see immediately what the coaches have said to each boxer? Jellicoe, once again, just leading with the jab, not much power in it, but will get her points.
But Jellicoe is forcing Walker onto the ropes and kind of lessening the potential for that hook or overhand.
A couple of shots from
landing.
Walker there, going through the guard of Jellicoe. Good straight right, and then a right hook as well. Combinations from Walker. Combinations, but on the ropes. She's trying to get away from the ropes, but Jellicoe keeping her there.
Just looking on the monitor we have up in the stands here, I think Walker could benefit from going to the body a hell of a lot more when she's on these ropes, because as you can tell from her body stance, the body is there to be hit at.
It is.
And with the power Walker possesses, it could have an impact on Jellicoe. But Jellicoe is quite clearly setting the pace in the second round. And a standing count for Jellicoe. For Walker.
Walker, yeah.
As Jellicoe gets some success in this second.
Okay. The bout resumes, and immediately a shot from Walker. She knows she has to come back swinging now.
Jellicoe is proving us wrong. Jellicoe is proving us wrong. The pure flurry of punches, the pure volume of these punches means they're having such an impact on Walker that it's not necessarily
this could be it.
Walker had that one punch power, but Jellicoe with his flurry of punches is having it.
Referee's looking.
Referee's stop this.
This is very close to being over.
It's another count.
Walker looking over to her corner. What can she do, Jake?
I'm not sure. Like I said, she should be using that body a lot more.
No, that's it.
The referee has called a stop to this fight.
The
Walker
second,
quite clearly disheartened with that decision.
Yeah.
But honestly, there was such a contrast between that first and second round.
Yeah, I think second, as you say, second TKO of the day. I just think what Walker needed to do was a little bit more bobbing and weaving, shots to the body. Because although Jellicoe's had a plan A, we didn't really see if she had a plan B because she didn't have to use it.
No, exactly. And I think Walker, having felt Jellicoe's punches in the first round, maybe not relaxed, but maybe thought that she had that one punch power over her and kind of lent on that a bit too much and wasn't, as you say, sophisticated enough in her movements or making the distance between herself and Jellicoe, and the pure volume of punches in the end proving the difference.
As we await confirmation of the winner, just to remind you that you can follow the coverage on omgstaffs.com. You can listen to the coverage, or you can watch it on staffstv.co.uk or on YouTube via the Staffs TV YouTube account. And there is confirmation of your winner, Jessica Jellicoe. Thoroughly deserved. The amount of punches she threw there, I'm sure her arms are aching quite a bit, but she's got a final to look forward to tomorrow.
Well, as a commentator, you don't mind the curse of the commentator if it provides second rounds like that.
Exactly, I don't mind at all.
Thoroughly entertaining from Jellicoe in that second round, and well-deserved win.
So what have you thought of today's coverage so far, Jake? I think there's been some fantastic bouts. I think the women have outshone the men, to be honest, so far.
So far, obviously this is the second day of the BUCS tournament. They set a high standard going into today's bouts, but again exceeded my expectations in every single bout so far. As we move on to ring 2 between Adrian
Oxford's Lydia Wellham and Britain's Sheena Nobili. Bout 4 of ring B.
My apologies.
No worries, Jake. No worries.
Quite intense exchanges on ring 2.
Oh, Nobili in the blue gloves. Multiple shots to the face there. Oh, good straight. 2 straight lefts there from Nobili, still going. Definitely fatigue setting in for Wellham there. I mean, it's just trying to get her punches through the guard, but they're just going over the top of the woman from Essex University. Oh, good straight left.
Good straight left there.
Another
and
one
again.
as well.
And again.
Definitely the go-to punch for Sheena Nobili there. And another one. Well, as we move back onto ring 1, but that was very impressive. The right jab and the left, the straight. I don't think I'd be able to take any of them, Jake.
No, certainly not, and that's why we're up here.
I feel very safe up high on a balcony, well away from any of these boxers.
As we get ready for our next bout between Dixon Omnisan of Kingston University and Liverpool's Malachi Trainer. This is in the under 60 kilogram weight class, and both fighters having between 2 and 10 bouts.
Yes, Jake, back to the men's side of the BUCS Boxing Championships semi-finals. Once again, I can't reiterate this enough, a place in the final up for grabs. Both boxers bound to be nervous, getting last minute coaching advice as the announcement for the boxers to be made official. Decent reactions for both boxers there, Jake.
Yeah, quite clearly some support in the crowd for both men.
Minison with a cocky smirk on his face. I think he's pretty confident that he's going to come out of this as a victor. We'll see.
And we're underway.
Just confirmation for about 4 on ring 2. Sheena Nobili for Essex University picking up the win there. But
and Omnisan coming out with it.
This is unbelievable.
Frightening pace.
Forget about putting your guard up. This is just punching city. Unbelievable.
Phenomenal power from Omnisan in those early shots.
Oh, good duck there though.
And
that would have been dangerous if he'd have connected there.
It was a good chin from Trainer, who landed some shots of his own after that flurry.
Hear that.
And we could hear that from up in the balcony.
Both connecting. I thought Omnisan was going to run away with this, but it's clear that they've both got the power.
Trainer showing some incredible heart early on and coming out and setting the pace now.
Surely the pace is slowing down gradually. Surely they can't go like they did for the first 20 seconds.
You think not?
Oh, good body shot.
Oh!
Combination from Trainer there.
Trainer lands a right hook on Omnisan.
I don't think Omnisan was expecting this.
Omnisan, well, as you said earlier, before the start of the bout, I think he expected an early finish, and you could tell from the way he came out and exploded out of the traps that that's what he was expecting. I don't think he expected this kind of reaction from Trainer.
Oh.
Trainer again hitting him with a flurry on the rope.
He can't get out.
That right hand from Trainer is certainly finding a home on Omnisan. And again leading with that right that just misses.
Trainer should clinch, but instead he's going for some body shots instead. The referee pulls him apart.
Omnisan just holding on to Trainer's head there, trying to get a break.
Oh, staying with the body shots, staying low, Trainer.
Be interesting to see if he can get through this first. Be interesting to see if both can get through this first round. What Omnisan's trainer says to him between rounds, because quite clearly they were expecting a quick finish. And
I don't know if you noticed there. The klaxon went. Omnisan was already looking spent.
Well,
I don't know if he's going to regret that early surge.
He expended a lot of energy in those opening 20 or 30 seconds, and it was frightening the power he was unleashing in those shots. And you just have to think, that kind of explosion of power has clearly got to have an impact on fatigue.
Took me completely off guard. I was announcing the winner on ring 2. Look back over, and he's absolutely pummeling Trainer. The Trainer got back into the round, so I'd say that was pretty even in the end.
This talk about Omnisand distracts from what was clearly an impressive performance by Trainer in that opening round. In the open, like we've already said, in those opening few seconds, you thought it was only a matter of time before Trainer ended up having a stoppage loss. But he comes back and probably, I'd say on my scorecard, he edges the round.
He might have even edged it. You're right, and this is, in my opinion, the most interesting round so far of today's coverage, because we've seen Omnisand burst out of the blocks. Trainer, I'd say, probably showed the better combinations out of the two in the end, though. And what's going to happen now? Has Omnisand used too much of his energy? He's standing, he's not moving too much.
Omnisand isn't even, he's not moving forward, he's barely holding a guard. That's exactly it, he's trying to swat away the punches. But Trainer's not having any of it. He's coming forward with a flurry of punches on his own. Omnisand now trying to set the pace. Got Trainer on the ropes, but he just loses control.
Tried to move forward, lost his footing. Is that fatigue, or was that just a...
Not exactly a measured approach from Omnisand.
No,
clearly trying to just end this fight. I don't think Omnisand fancies a three-round fight, a three-round bout with Trainer. Fatigue has quite clearly set in from Omnisand, who leans up against the ropes, and we've got a standing count here.
This is very interesting.
It's phenomenal.
How this has transpired.
The most fascinating fight we've had so far. As the referee says, Omnisand's okay to continue, but he looks almost disinterested. He looks so tired.
He does. And again, just squatting down, trying to get rid of the punches.
I think what we saw was just an explosion of defence at the start of that second round. Omnisand just hoping
He's
against
trying to
hope.
clinch, he's not letting him.
Just hoping against hope that he can get some kind of success against Trainer, who's already displayed such an incredible chin to take these shots from Omnisand.
He has.
As the referee issues another standing count.
As we have another standing count, don't forget you can...
And the referee says it's over.
Oh, he stopped
it's
it.
It's over, Trainer with the win.
Unbelievable.
What a fascinating bout that was.
If you'd have paused that after the first 20 seconds, you would have said within 30 seconds, Trainer would have been out. That just proves never switch off. Never turn off the screen, because you never know what's going to happen. And when Trainer showed the early signs, she had to show good defence early on, but then a couple of good combinations. And well, Omnisand was just spent all his energy in the first 20 seconds.
It's incredible.
I've got to say that's an experience, haven't you?
Yes, I think so. I think so. Like you said before the fight, he came out, looked quite confident in the lead up to the fight, and I think he expected an early win. Didn't go his way and spent too much energy on those early exchanges, and it went against him. Trainer, fair play to Trainer.
Yes. And just confirmation of the winner.
Liverpool's Trainer getting the win there over Hartford.
What a fantastic fight. And just a reminder again, don't forget that bout was on Ring A, but as you can see, as we go on to Ring 2, you can follow Ring 2 solely if you click on the link and on the description. You can follow all of Ring 2's action, as we will be focusing mainly on Ring 1. But yeah, so give us a quick summary on that bout, Jake.
It was fascinating. I keep using the word fascinating because I cannot think of another word. I've not seen someone expend so much energy in so little time. It was quite clearly, like you say, an experience. But Trainer, let's not forget, demonstrated a phenomenal chin to take some of those shots. It was genuinely quite scary from up here to see some of those early shots land, and then demonstrated a high level of skill in the flurry of punches he was able to land. As we get back underway here in Ring 2.
Yes, we do. We've got Northumbria's Adriana Everett against Solent's Maria Marandui. Now, Northumbria, I'm sure we're going to hear some huge noise when any punches from the red gloves
right on cue,
hit.
there it is.
Everett gets a good shot with the right hook there. Good response though from Marandui.
Yeah, you'd say an even contest from what we've seen so far.
Definitely.
Everett looks to set the pace, but Marandui just shrugs off the challenge from Everett. Marandu, though, looks tired. Certainly a slower volume of punches in this bout.
Ooh, Everett trying to...
Everett certain
straight
landing.
left, got through the guard there. Oh, good shot from Everett. Reacting to the crowd's response there. She's definitely feeding off the energy.
Marandu, you'd have to say, if Everett can land a few more shots in this round, could potentially have a stoppage win for Everett.
Everett sticking with the straight lefts. Oh, she's hit with the right. Combinations are starting to flow now. Marandu's head's down. Guard is up. Standing count.
Standing count from the referee. You'd have to say it's only a matter of time,
oh,
and the referee has called it.
Clearly, she had donut eyes. They must have been glazed over.
Lovely bit of partridge there from Mr.